Ladies and gentlemen, warriors and adrenaline junkies, welcome to Cage Crafters, where legends are made and champions rise. Decades have passed, yet the echoes of that ultimate showdown between two boxing icons still resonate. It transcended being just a heavyweight title fight. It symbolized a monumental test of determination, a conclusive confrontation between long-standing adversaries, and the ultimate validation of a champion's legacy. It was a momentous occasion where the true essence of boxing, stripped down to its core, revealed itself as more than just a mere game or sport. Boxing is more than just a sport. It is a brutal and unforgiving form of combat where warriors have the opportunity to achieve true glory by conquering their greatest challenges. As spectators, we are not only entertained but also inspired by the raw display of human courage in its purest form. Boxing enthusiasts eagerly anticipate matches that tell the timeless tale of sacrifice, struggle, and victory through genuine pain, violence, and blood. A few battles in boxing history have told the story, as well as Ali vs. Frazier III, the Thrilla in Manila, but none have told it better. After 14 brutal rounds, both men were immortalized in the sport. Officially, Ali won by TKO, but in reality, both Frazier and the man he called Clay won something significant, proved something, and left the Philippine Coliseum in glory on that fateful Filipino day. The fight took place at 10 in the morning for the international closed-circuit broadcast. However, these two honorable fighters also lost something. Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier left parts of themselves in that ring in Manila, never to be the same again. Their sacrifice will always be remembered in the world of boxing. In addition to the excitement, energy, and fierce competition displayed during the fight, the match also marked the final stage of what could be considered the most unforgettable and acrimonious feud in the annals of boxing, particularly in the realm of heavyweight championship. This saga commenced in 1967 when Muhammad Ali, previously known as Cassius Clay, made the decision to decline the draft and abstain from serving in the military to support the American involvement in the Vietnam War. Unfortunately, his principled stance came at a great cost. His professional journey abruptly halted as he was stripped of both his boxing license and his esteemed world heavyweight title. By 1970, Joe Frazier, an Olympic gold medalist, had firmly established himself as the top heavyweight boxer in the world following Ali. When Ali's license was reinstated later that year, the highly anticipated match between Ali and Frazier for the undisputed heavyweight title became the most awaited event in the world of sports. The initial showdown in March of 1971 was a historic occasion, being the most-watched sporting event in global history at that time. It was an exceptional fight that witnessed Frazier securing the most significant victory of his career after 15 intense rounds, marking one of the most remarkable triumphs in boxing history. Looking back, the build-up to the match was just as captivating as the fight itself, with Ali's verbal attacks sparking a deep-seated animosity between the two fighters. Despite Frazier's support for Ali during his exile from boxing, including efforts to reinstate his license and financial assistance, Ali's derogatory remarks, labeling Frazier as an Uncle Tom and a sellout to the white community, were seen as a personal betrayal by Frazier. Ali's animosity towards Frazier, though concealed by his pride and air of superiority, was truly profound. Muhammad resented Frazier not just for dethroning him as champion during his exile and dealing him his first professional loss, but also for persistently referring to him as Clay and for being impervious to Ali's mind games. Despite his efforts, Ali could never rattle or intimidate Frazier. Instead, his provocations only fueled a simmering yet intense anger. This, in turn, drove Ali to become increasingly vicious and uncouth, resorting to childish insults by labeling Joe as ugly, stupid, ignorant, and most regrettably, a gorilla. Looking back, it is perhaps unsurprising that a man who constantly sought to redefine himself by changing his name, divorcing his wives, and embracing a different religion would feel unsettled, if not repulsed, by a man who was so confident in his own identity. Joe Frazier, who had honed his fighting skills while growing up on a sharecropper's farm in South Carolina, knew exactly who he was, where he came from, what he believed in, and he saw right through the man he referred to as Clay. And Muhammad Ali was aware of it. While privately, During rare moments when the possibility of facing Frazier seemed distant, Ali expressed admiration and respect for Smokin' Joe. His public stance could only be characterized as disdainful mockery. Following Frazier's knockout loss to George Foreman, Muhammad and Joe faced each other once again in New York City. This time, Ali emerged victorious, paving the way for his astonishing upset of Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle. However, the most memorable incident of their second bout did not occur inside the boxing ring. Instead, it unfolded in a television studio prior to the match. During a live broadcast with Howard Cosell, Frazier and Ali sat side by side, watching a replay of their initial fight. They took turns hurling insults at each other, with genuine fury and animosity. Eventually, Joe stood up and challenged Ali, and it was clear that this was not a staged act to promote their rematch. The entourages of both fighters had to intervene and separate them to prevent any injuries and to safeguard the upcoming fight. 1 year later, the conditions were perfect for the decisive match. Ali, against all odds, had triumphed over Foreman and reclaimed his title as the true champion of the world. Frazier had also achieved victories against formidable opponents like Jerry Corey and Jimmy Ellis. Once again, promoter Don King managed to secure the support of a wealthy foreign nation to organize the fight, just as he had done for the Rumble in the Jungle. Surprisingly, the Philippines became the chosen host for this ultimate and crucial showdown. The entire world eagerly awaited what was widely believed to be an epic battle that would be remembered for generations to come. More than 4 decades later, the ferocity and aggression of that long-standing grudge match still possesses the ability to unsettle us. Right from the start, it was a display of non-stop action, an enthralling clash between two imposing individuals set on asserting their dominance. Undoubtedly, the frantic tempo was largely due to Ali's desire to secure a knockout victory in the initial rounds. Convinced that Frazier was a mere shadow of the formidable opponent who had bested him in 1971, and with Foreman's swift second-round knockout of Frazier fresh in his memory, the champion opted not to evade but to stand his ground and launch surprise attacks on Frazier. While he did manage to stagger Joe on multiple occasions and clearly claimed the first 4 rounds, Frazier's resilience proved strong enough to withstand Ali's most powerful blows. By the 5th round, Frazier had discovered his groove and was asserting his dominance. The middle rounds clearly favored Joe, who consistently pushed Ali to the ropes and landed powerful left hooks to both the body and head. Frazier's relentless attack was so fierce that by the 10th round, he not only leveled the score on points, but also had Ali in a dire situation, visibly hurt and exhausted. However, as Frazier started to tire, Ali surprisingly found a hidden reserve of energy, taking control of the fight in the 12th round and dominating a nearly blind Frazier in rounds 13 and 14. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Cage Crafters for more riveting content on the world of combat sports. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more updates.